Hey guys, welcome back. Today we are playing the Resident Evil 4 on the ASUS TUF A15. We're going to start the video off in performance mode, and then we're going to slowly start cranking up the settings up to ray tracing max, and then at the end of the video I'm going to show you my preferred best settings, but if you want more frames, obviously you can dial a few settings down. So this is actually recommended settings. So these are the settings that the game will just give you depending on your PC hardware. So it will scan through everything that you have, and then it'll give you what it basically thinks is the best experience for you. And obviously you can change whatever settings you want to change. It's completely up to you, which is one of the great sides of owning a PC or a gaming laptop or anything like that, other than a console. Because when consoles are so restricted, with this it's so much better. Like, look at the lighting, look at the shadows and everything, and this is just recommended. Like, in a minute or two I'm going to start cranking up the settings and stuff. They really show you some really good settings. Like when we start putting ray tracing and stuff on, you're going to start seeing a humongous difference. Like, look at the lighting up there to the left, here against the stairs, the lighting up there, burning effects. Like, this game is absolutely stunning. It only came out this year and it runs so well. Like, look at the hair. Like, it's unbelievable. This game is an absolute masterpiece of a game. Like, this is genuinely one of my favorite games ever made, the original one. And the fact that I was able to play it again, remastered, just when I heard about this, I was like over the fucking moon. Like, I love this game. It is honestly a great game, and I definitely recommend you guys to actually just check it out. It's definitely worth checking out. So we're going to jump down here in a minute just to about like this little dock area, and I just wanted to show off the kind of the water effects. And I actually did bring up the brightness there. I don't know if it's a little bit too bright actually, but I just wanted to make sure you guys could see. But like, look at the lighting, look at the cave, it looks brilliant. We're just going to go out here now to the water, and you can really see the difference. And we are going to run through this path a couple times throughout this video just to show you like the difference in the quality of the entire video, just so you guys can get a real understanding of like the difference in like settings, and like you can see the frames and everything. Like, the GPU is at 99%, which just shows like the CPU is not even trying. It doesn't need to. So now we're going to start bumping up the settings. I think we're going to go into performance mode. Yeah, so we're doing performance mode, so this is going to give us a much higher performance, obviously. So you're going to see a bit worse graphics, but frames-wise, a lot higher, which is obviously makes the game a little bit smoother and stuff. But honestly, I would not pick this setting, not from me anyways. I'd rather lock it at like 90 frames and try and get the best performance possible. That's my personal favorite. And get some ray tracing on, maybe some graphics, and just kind of like make it look as good as possible, especially with the hair and the shadows and stuff. That'd be where I'd really want to, boost, pull my performance into. It's just really up to you, you know what I mean? It's up to your personal choice. Yeah, but you can definitely see a little bit of difference of like the shadows and stuff. It doesn't look nearly as good as the recommended. Like, in a minute or two now, we're going to go up to ray tracing. When we turn ray tracing on, it's a whole different game. Like, everything just looks far better. It's like a different game. It's like you've gone from PS4 to fucking PS5. Like, the difference is night and day. It is absolutely ridiculous. And if you've gotten this far into the video, leave a comment saying jumping from the dock, and I'll know what you've got to this part, and I'll like and comment on your comment. I'd really appreciate that. And if you are doing that, you might as well just leave a like and subscribe. So we're just going straight down to the dock now. And as you can see, we're getting about 120, 130 frames. Still, like, insanely playable. Like, you guys have to remember, this is a laptop, not a desktop PC. Like, the water still looks really well. Like, for the frames that we're getting, like, the game still looks really nice. But personally, I would definitely prefer to just crank up them settings, really show how good this game is. Now, I'm pretty sure right now we're going to go back into settings, And I believe we're going to go to, I think I changed my mind and I say, fuck it, we'll just go prioritize graphics or ray tracing. Yeah, I think we go to ray tracing now. Brilliant. So now we're going to go into ray tracing. Right, so now ray tracing is about to begin, and this is where the game really, really does shine. Especially in the next setting, it's, honestly, it really does show, like, you can see in the lighting and stuff. Now, obviously, it's a bit of a performance hit, but he is quite worth it, especially if you put some settings down. Like, if you just change, like, the anti-aliasing or some graphic settings or just a few little presets here and there, like how I do at the end of the video, it is going to help a lot, and you are going to get a lot more performance. It's like, look at the light there, like, it looks so much better, man. And it's still extremely playable, like 60 frames, 64 frames. Like, I'd happily play it at this, no problem. Like, okay, that was a bit of a weird glitch there, but as you see, the water looks way more realistic. The wood everywhere looks way more realistic. It's way more better lit. If you just have a look around the screen, feel free to, like, pause and have a look. Like, look at the wood up there to the top left. The shadows there on the wall. Everything just looks so good. And, like, if you look up here at this light, it looks so much nicer. Just how the lights bounce off everything. Yeah, like, that looks so good. And it's just like a simple, like, wooden cabin type room. But because of ray tracing, it gives way more depth to everything. Out here looks way more vegetated, looks a lot more in depth, looks a lot more realistic. And it honestly just makes you really fall in love with this game all over again. Like, this game is just absolutely fucking stunning. And if we just jump down here, like, look at this shit, man. This is ridiculous. This is honestly, like, this looks like real life. This looks like you just took a photo, video of someone and you're just right behind them. Like a drone shot. Like, this looks so good. Look at the wood. Everything's just so cinematic. That's one of the reasons why I just love this game. It's very cinematic and very pleasing to the eye. Even the water. Should they kill that fish, I suppose. Leon looks fucking fantastic. Now we're going to bump up the settings to absolute max. So if you guys appreciate me nearly blowing up my laptop for you, please leave a like, subscribe, and comment below your favorite part and what settings you're going to play this on yourself, or what you would, at least, what would you recommend me to put the settings onto? Like, something maybe I could have done better in this video. If you can think of anything, please leave it below. So this is fully maxed out, and this is where I would say it's a little bit less playable. We're getting around 40-50 frames, and honestly, I'm going to show you in a second just a few settings turn off, and like, I just did it quickly, so you can probably find a good couple others, but like, just to show you how easily you could definitely get more performance. Like, the fact that a laptop can do this is honestly just nuts. Like, it makes no sense to me, because like, the PS5 and PS4 and Xbox Series X, all those consoles would actually struggle a little bit to get this sort of performance. And like, those consoles are all brand new, at least PS5 and Series X. They'd actually struggle to run this game this well, like with ray tracing. Especially now in a couple of minutes where I actually putting the settings down and actually show you how good the game actually looks. And also the performance I'm about to get, it is so good. And I just beg you all to watch the video throughout and actually leave a like and comment below. I just want to show you the lights here because I actually forgot. But like, look at that fire, fam. We're getting into the 50s. To be fair, like, I wouldn't say this is unplayable. Some people will say like 40 frames is actually kind of playable. So if that's okay for you, then I guess you can play this on absolute maxed out settings on a bloody fucking laptop as well. That is just mind-boggling to think that you can play a game like this, a AAA title made by Capcom. I think this is the third remaster of the game, and honestly, this is a huge upgrade and definitely worth the money. You could probably get it for pretty cheap on a sale. That was a weird glitch there. I don't know what the hell that was. Would I recommend you playing on these settings? No. I believe the settings I'm going to show you in just literally a couple of seconds here is going to will show you and blow you the fuck away of what this laptop is actually able to do. So I'm going to show you here. Feel free to pause at any point if you want to see the settings. But I'm just going to turn a few things off. Just things I think, like that texture quality. I'm just going to turn it to like a gig, because 8 gigs is just ridiculous. like you don't need that much. You can turn a few other settings to high, because with ray tracing, the game just looks insane on high with ray tracing. And honestly, when you see the performance we're about to get, you're like, oh, okay, yeah, man has a point. Like, now we're in the 50s, but it only starts going higher and higher as you go on. So as you can see, we're not dipping into the 40s anymore. Now we're in the 60s, and you could easily put a few other settings down and it would make a humongous difference. And please do remember, like, I was switching through settings for like the past hour making this video. That's not going to help performance whatsoever. And also another thing that's killing my frames is recording this on OBS. Like, that's killing a good few frames. So imagine easily getting over 60 frames without a doubt. Like, look at all this lighting, man. The game still looks. If you scroll back to when I was doing fully maxed out compared to this, and look at this part here, you don't see a huge difference, but the frames, it's like 15 frames more, or at least 10 frames more, and it's just a much smoother experience. So I definitely recommend doing this and maybe a few other settings down. But like, what is up with Leon's hair? Why is there like, okay, it's just a weird shadow. But yeah, no, I would definitely recommend you doing it on these settings. If you want, you can obviously fiddle around yourself and change it yourself. But honestly, this is what I would definitely recommend. So yeah, guys, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe, comment below a game you want me to check out. There will be recommendations on your screen right now or in a couple of seconds. I made a video on Star Wars and I made a video on Cyberpunk. If you want to leave a like and comment on those videos as well, it really helps you on the algorithm. Watch them all the way through. And if you do, I love you and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much.